Baba Television Uganda, we love you. Thank you for sending messages. We read all messages carefully, the good ones and the bad ones. Bina tubisoma byemuwandikanga mutusima. We read and love the messages. Byemuwandikanga mutu criticizing, we love the criticism. Byemuwandikanga mutuvuma, we love the insults. Byemuwandikanga mutuwana, we love the praises. The insults will take our energy, but we do not have energy to give to bad energy. You just don't have that. Once you're doing the right thing and you know you're sure of what you're doing, once you're saying the truth and you're sure you're saying the truth, you don't need to have energy for the negative forces. After all, even when we say what you criticize, it gives other people work to do. Criticizing tolina kino tokola bwoti ngenengo abalikodinze mu video ke bateeka wano ne basobola okuvumira kitegeeza singa ekyo ekyobusiru sakyogedde ate ko bate wandi badde na mulimu so tuba nabyo ne bikuyamba na ofundako kyokola bwe wandi betolina kyoyogerako kubanga tumala byogera n'ofuna kyoyogerako suppose twayogedde bya busiru ate wandi badde kuki so we feed everybody tinebyo byetujjamu nga mbita bya busiru birina gwe biyamba okufundako ekyokola kale Wetu tujja okutambula nze Simon Muyanga utayanga bulijjo Joseph Tamale Mir okutambula tubadde nabyo sabbiiti badde bingi ddala tubadde n'ebintu ebyewunisa banaife Ntoroko district, that side of I think that's Ntoroko, is that side of Toro or is that Renzururu or Toro? Okay, wabaire okulwanagana waliwo abayekera ba ADF abayidye balumba bali balumbi ekyalo. I think they attacked balumbi ebyalo bibiri nga bayidye okulwana bayagana banaifa ba UPDF ejirigwa nga bali bulindala balwanagana era okuyikaikana okuza ku majje ga UPDF yo gatutegeezizza nga bayisa abayekera by yesterday bakwenti abafire bali 10 by now the number has risen to 17 according to reports from the UPDF. Abantu abakaitibwa abayekera suspected rebels babaire bakaitwa bali 17 era baganibwa n'ebintu abandi nga bayina ebyokulwanisa amasasi emundu radio calls era basobola okutukanibwa baire basinziira tebete enfo yaibwe baire basinziira basobola okubaako niche bakozeewo kale twenda kubayisuusa nti mwebale kutebenkeza kitundu ekyo tukajja maaso n'okwetegereza biki ebijja mu maiso bameka ababafiire oba omuwendo guneeyongeraku abayekera no bavaawa. Do we have any links to their families? Where are they coming from? It's not good because bano baleeta omuwendo gw'ababundabunda okweyongera abantu bategera nti ekyalo tikiri safe bongera okutambula okusenguka balumuka baje no bajere. But we want to thank you the army for saving some lives and for unearthing this kind of rebel activity. We certainly think we need to get more information. Where were these rebels coming from? Who are they? What is their motive? Nebindi ebifaanana bityo. So twenda kwebaza nti musobola bulungi okugemaganya ebintu. But we need to get you coordinated and see the statements that are uncoordinated. Bano bayekera tutegere tulina abayekera twekuume nga abayidi nti waliwo obyekera mu igwanga. Bameni ba amateeka tumane tuli kulwanisa women bwa amateeka and that will save us a lot. But we'll continue to get the stories mpola nga tujja mu maiso n'okudifuna kudakikenda 16 kusaawa 3 tubayini banaife aba NRM gakati banange mube bagumu aba NRM President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni najja okwesimbawo mu 2026 waza candidate wundira Secretary General wa NRM omukulu Richard Todwong aidukiza yakati NRM yali ebise ekiteeso ky'okutawa Museveni mu 2021 up to 2026 baba kanti aida kubaawo 2021 2026 and beyond was meaning that this coming election year 2026 aida kubaawo ate bwenaawo akwera Museveni aida kubaawo. That's from the NRM. It is 2021 to 2026 and beyond. So 2026 and 2031 is the beyond that they talked about. Calm down. There is no trouble in there. Kabiri mukoti omukulu w'ekibiina kya NEED Joseph Kabule tunakulaido bamuyimbwire koti yamulaba nti atabakuna bintu bingi byakoba asobola okubanga ajja bulungi. So Joseph Tamale Mirundi enaku dino abaleti mukwa yedda kutuuka nakunabo ne kasula wala oba ali mukuteekateeka gavumenti oba ali mu campaign damuhozi titwiddi aye nga twidda kuba naye aye namukoba wanamuka nti Mirundi okobyo tewagira general otafiire aka they are no rebels Kasegazi yakat these are rebels and then we see 11 people killed in Toroko. They show us that this was a rebel attack and the UPDF fought it and repulsed the rebels, killed 11 so far, and the evidence shows but we say for your ADF camp. So Mirundi must now accept that I have more information than him. His machines are not perfect. They are rebels.
Sale akutumidde
zinanga amanyi
nja kutwalayo kubanga Sale nabaddeyo and he offered me 4 hours
of his
discussion.
They say he's unreachable. How did you find?
And I found Sale very informed, more informed than I wish I could meet him once a month, because I found an intellectual I had not seen before. Sale is very informed.
Sale.
Yes. Why?
Maybe because that's why he's too quiet. He does not talk a lot.
Sale told me, and I'm with disabled now. Disciple now. Sale changed my mindset. I'm a very arrogant man. I think I know I'm an expert on Ugandan history.
Does he know you are arrogant?
But Sale proved me wrong on 3 issues. Sale says the problem in Uganda is economic, not political.
True that.
We are chasing a wrong enemy.
I agree with him.
And Sale told me he went to his brother. Sale respects his brother. Sale said, ever since I became an officer of UPDF, I go to my brother, salute him, receive orders, and I go.
Very good. Disciplined soldier.
There was a time when the president summoned Sale to Gulu, Lutalo. He whispered to me, "This is Mugambi. Where does Museveni sit?" Yalitereza kutula mu helicopter mu kifo kya.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you.
Sale.
Yabuuza Museveni mu helicopter mu n'atuulawa.
Aleme kutuulawo. That respect.
Yes.
Ke kamanyiro kituga nti ennaku zina akamanyiro kasusi. That respect is coming out.
Sale yangambye tiyagende wa brother we. Namugamba nti
yagambye yakukiriza obyogera kubanga oyinza
okugera kiyamba eggwanga. How many access Sale? And I'm going to be his disciple and I'm going to publicize. I'm going to help him to pursue his idea. Sale yagambye bwe yagenda brother we namugamba nti the problem is economic, not political.
It is purely economic.
President yamuwa ebibuuzo 12 to explain. One, how was the economy running in the pre-colonial times? 2, how was the economy running before 1900 agreement? How was the economy running after 2000 agreement? And how was the economy running?
I can't help you.
I abuse these people. If you want to talk to somebody, you must know his program.
Don't worry. Continue.
And most of these people who ring me are useless, stupid, and idiots.
No, there's nobody.
But because they think that I can solve all of their problems.
A useless person cannot have.
Am I Jesus?
You
tell somebody you're no longer in the government, then they bring their problems to be settled by government. How can you send a defrocked priest to a cardinal? Idiotism. When I abused them, and I told
this phone call is a simple one.
I told Sale that people believe that I abuse them, but it is because of lack of reasoning. Agati.
Sale 15 questions.
Yes, he went. Nazikola. nazizayo wa muganda namumakinga at high mark. Sale did the same to professors, never bigwa byonna. And I agreed with the such mugambi. Naye bajje wange ne bangamba Sale is recruiting a person to be governor Bank of Uganda. Bagwa bino bonna. Because of byonna babigwa.
And if you don't understand,
he called a group of professors you see writing in your newspapers impressively. Era Sale yanzijukizizza President Moi yayita ba professor ba Kenya bonna nabaga assemble here, give him one answer. What does an ordinary Kenyan want? Nebogere byobusiru byonna nebyogere byobusiru Moi yabagamba an ordinary Kenyan fetumuyita mwana yinji a Kenyan bamuyita Wanjuki, an ordinary woman an ordinary Kenyan. Moi yabagamba mwina mugudde ebigezo. The ordinary Kenyan wants one thing, additional kawunga and sukuma ya wiki on his dining table. Simple. An ordinary Ugandan wants to educate his children and additional food. Si kuvuga benzi ebibya abalonde. As long as people have food, as long as people live comfortably, the safety of a Ugandan in Uganda
is guaranteed. It is actually now opposition bakiza speak to somebody yesterday now bakiza ekizibu ky'abana Uganda n'abaana bano bonna embeera mwe bali. Simple.
I agree with
Sale knows that
entirely. But you say you spend a lot of time on politicking. You have a large following. Why haven't you looked at this issue of economic?
What if you are driving your audience into economic recovery and economic activity?
I apologized.
You apologized?
Yes.
No, you'd have told him that when the politics are
but because I told him you don't have a media. Government does not have a media.
I agree entirely.
Government does not experts.
They have experts, they don't use them.
After war, a way is followed up by construction. Singa mwagende Congo nga America bebagende Congo nibajjako mubutu. A country bali badde under reconstruction.
True.
That's what they have
and
done.
They give the cost of reconstruction immediately after they say the cost will be
in a capacity.
This one, yes.
But if a poor country liberates another poor country, then there is no stability. Abatanzania bajja wano nitubagala nyi batandika okukwata abakazi n'okubba essaawa n'okubbaji. Was there a ceremony to send off Tanzanians? But the Americans have stabilized Iraq, they have stabilized Afghanistan. There was a stampede initially.
Two things I want to hear.
Why is it that Japan, the only country that ever tested a nuclear bomb, is an ally, a close ally for the Americans? Immediately after the war, Europe was devastated, but immediately after the Marshall Plan. So I agree entirely with him. The problem in Uganda is not political.
It is economic.
It's
now
economic.
What I want to hear is having know that it is economic.
Yes.
Gamba bayina solution chi.
Yawandise ekitabo kye Museveni economics.
Ekitabo?
And Sale would be awarded the PhD.
True, but
that's why.
Ogenda kukyusa
mu European universities eziri modern. Nze nasomera Makerere. Bw'osomera Makerere ng'ogenda okukirira okufuna degree eyo. Your career at the swimming pool, your career at the
hospital, your hall of residence.
Nagenda kitunulira mwazana analytical man. Ntikati nze I'm associated with the university hall.
Jawali.
Sasulayo.
Zenali wansibirwa as associated with nsibirwa.
My son Dr. Mirundi also is yasulanga mu university hall. Kati this would be a bond between me and the university hall.
There is, sure.
This is why Europeans award you PhD, Doctor of Philosophy, to identify with that university. Salendent is a PhD.
In what now?
If there is a Atoba Yatuza professor because why? They don't know the historical events. Sale yansomeseza ebintu bisatu byembadde simanyi.
Byenindo okuwulira, it's my interest.
One, yaŋŋambye nti akabuga ke bayita Bakuli okamanyi.
Bakuli? Eyemengo.
Naŋŋamba kava mu ki?
Bakuli?
Yes.
Nsomesa.
Nemugamba Bakuli. I think Bakuli. Nti normally Baganda kubaga serwani eza paso ziraba zizasooka mu Uganda. Baziyitanga ab'embuga balya nga bazikubaganya bwe bategeere nti balira ku sowaani ab'embuga balya. Kakati I saw to that nakulabye nti nakulabyeyo. Kakati Bakuli namugambye nti nze ndowooza Bakuli oba bakulimba. Sale namwe you were wrong. In 1912 the Europeans created a company, Uganda company, as opposed to the Imperial British company.
True.
Kakati Uganda company was to run the economy by the mission society. Nga sente ezivaamu zidevelopinga Uganda nabo ne bafunako to sustain their activities. Kyembadde manyi Uganda company yali wano opposite taxi park, old taxi park, aponye building. Era batugambanga mu buto nti oyo n'omunyo wange okuyita kwa Uganda company. That's what I knew about Uganda company. Kakati Sale nanyumiza naŋŋamba nti omuzungu oyo baleeta omuzungu wano Major General Bakale n'ateeka amasitoowa mu kifo ekyo nga mwagulira pamba. Abaganda Bakale bamuyita Bakuli.
Sure.
Yes. And he has every. And you see, for me, when you read, I don't respect you. Kubanga omusajja mu professor developing a theory. Nagenda ng'agitunda mu universities as required by at that time. Ti omusajja yali anaaba mu bbaafu. Bwe yagigwamu amazzi gayiika n'ategeera ti volume yo
obuzito bwo bwenkanankana amazzi gano
yadduka bwereere okulipootinga ku ggombolola
agasigadde
discovery. Kakati mu edda wazuulanga ekintu nga professor siyoleye ayina ogitunda mu bantu. So a university professor discovered this theory like Sale has done and he moved it out to universities defending his theory. Kati driver we yaliwo.
Driver wa Bakuli.
Driver wa professor ono yatambulanga naye. So the man grasped whatever the man was saying. At one time the driver told the professor, mpe ebyambalo byo bya professor nange njogere mu bayizi. Kuba yali grasping. Kakati bwayogera mu bayizi omwana omuyizi n'amubuuza ekibuuzo kyatasobola kunnyonnyola yagamba, that is a simple question that can be answered by my driver. He called the professor. So where you
nga tuwaya ku bintu ebyenjawulo. Tamale Mirundi afanye kabadde ka trending mu ggwanga lyonna nti yabadde wa Sali Musale.
Andika nkopole.
Emboozi eraga bamusomeseza ebintu bisatu.
That's one. And that's why nabagamba anybody who wants to rule Uganda must understand how the British did it in 70 years. The British made sure that there were no riots, because that would mean to spend money on cooling down the riots the way we were doing.
The same way which would be tear gas. Productive.
How did the British in 70 years avoid tear gas? The British created the security. Abaganda batuuka okulowooza nti abazungu boogeza omulambo. Thorough investigations. You could not kill a person and go with it. But what was the police force at that time? Waliwo omusajja mu Buganda bamumanyi bamuyita Luboti. Luboti yali musajja nga wasaidi. Naye nga wafudde omulambo afuuwa Mindi bw'ati. Abaganda ne balowooza nti Mindi ye yeekola. N'alaba abakankanira arrest that one and arrest that one. Mu Bukatuliki esakaramento lya penitentiary ly'amaanyi ennyo okwejjusa. Era bakugamba ti Kabaka yalaba mukazi we ng'agenza okwejjusa n'atta faaza naye faaza teyayogera. Kakati the British establishment baleeta bano ba white fathers Bafaransa naye baleeta bamiruyiru ab'Obungereza era bw'osoma endagaano y'olwendo I told him abakatoliki bagabana emirundi eki the Miruyiru were purposely brought from Britain. The white fathers were French. Bano bw'omulaba Abayitali ba Verona fathers ow'ensambya tasobola kulya bwakibisobo bwa Kampala. You don't know these things. Kakati bwe bamalanga okutta omuntu ne baddukira ewa faaza ali mukafooke kali omanya ali mu layiti yaaba akulaba ate gwe tomulaba bafaaza akapenitensi yake babeerangamu twassa omuntu mwana wange mwamutidde wa
father akubuuza you mean abakati bwemugenda mu penitensi yamwogera mazima wassa omuntu obuulira father but the colonial government brought Miruyiru fathers ne babawa n'ettaka Kereziya ekkanisa essatu ezisangiddwa mu Buganda ekkanisa kya Kiswahili Anglicans the Catholics got it twice ba white fathers Abafaransa ne ba Miruyiru bajja ewaabwe in case a Catholic becomes the president must come from the Miru fathers bagamba Abakatoliki tulesi ba Miruyiru bakakase namwe mukakase ne Bungereza eri abaki Abakatoliki. So that's one. Another thing, Saye told me, kugoba bayindi. Nze mbadde manyi theory ebbiri. One, nti Amin yali ayita ku Constitution Square n'alaba abayindi nga bavuga obugaali nga temuli muddugavu. N'ababuuza, is it in New Delhi? Two, nti muwala wa Madivani okubanga mumwe kamwe muvuga
muwala wa Madivani
Yozefu Tamale Mirundi n'omukulu
ate yabadde ayagala twekubye ekifaananyi n'essole gye namuwandikako gye
uyo n'omukulu
mu buyeekera
amutenda amagezi okufuufya yamusomesezza ebintu ebipya kale
myayira knowledge I respect the knowledgeable people agati
siyoreza Amini ze tulike ebbiri ey'obugaali ya New Delhi endala yali yaki
omuwala ono muwala wa Madivani Amini yali agala muwasa n'amugaana the theory ebbiri ze mbadde mmanyi ku Amini ogoba abayindi but Sale showed me later Abaganda abaprocessing ebintu baprocessors 14 bagiwandikira Amini ti abayindi batulemesezza bakozesa abaofficers bo ne batuma license era one of the prominent groups ezali mu Namunkekera gyali Ugandan processors Baganda
wrote to Amin
a document claiming that the Indians were blocking them into the economy by bribing government officials ne babama license okusunsula ebirime. It is in Uganda.
So when Amin said yaloose yali alimba
era Abaganda bali bagezi beri Omuganda bamugamba nti tugenda kubulira amanya ba officers bo be bagula. We know you have an efficient police. You can't investigate what we are telling you. And the letter is written in Uganda. Was signed by a man, Antonio Tamale.
Anthony, era Tamale.
Salaji lina.
Antonio era Tamale.
Okitegedde. Nti nange kakati Sale ye kibuuliriza. Amin responded to a letter written by 15 processors who had been denied licenses to process goods. And Amin responded. That's a challenge to Museveni. If today you write a petition to Museveni, ajifuna.
Tajifuna.
And two, when I went home, I've written a book about following the interview of Sale. I've written. If the British brought to the Imperial British Company, because colonies had to be profitable, not to burden the taxpayers in Britain. Bismarck had rejected the colonies. He said, there is no German soldier worth any colony. Until a man called Disraeli, the man was called Disraeli, convinced Bismarck we also need, and that's why made in England, made in Germany came to be known. Tukiriza mu matwale naye kakati what do we do? Kyenkugambye nti I entirely agree with Sally that is the economy. Why? After Second World War, the Marshall Plan to uplift countries.
That's what happens.
There would be right. The whole of Europe would have been swallowed up by Stalin. This is why the America influenced the Europeans to create the European Union and the NATO. America at one time, yayina abajansi emitwalo 35 stationed in Europe. Yayina abajansi emitwalo 5 mu South Korea. Yayina abajansi emitwalo 5 mu Japan. But these were a source of income. Nti nabana abasajja abajja okukola operation in Congo aba UN fe twafuna sente mu taxi. Ng'omujaasi jeno wa America atula mu costa omuntu omu ne bakuwa emitwalo 5 olw'eggulu. Money percolated. Money percolated. If your soldiers in Congo are source of money, abakongo tebali bokeza. But because you are encouraging, you are nakugamba wano. When we went to Congo, we came with the Congolese wives. But when we go to Somalia, tell me one officer. Tell me officer omu YPDF ajeyo mu Somalia. Nabali wantu musobola bawas. Abaganda baga ndi omukazi omumyufu ennyapo bazaali bisirani. Not bisirani. Na yeye wanazi.
Okay.
Tanaba mazi. Kakati ekyo yakinsomesezza. And I'm going to expound on this.
Chenjagala okumanya byonna byakusomesezza sale abimanyi ekizibu akimanyi. Kati njagala kula mwayogedde ku solution nti if he knows the problem, what is he doing?
Andi muganda bwe yamuchallenge nga namugamba byonna bikozeko research and has written a book, Museveni Economics. Has written a book and it tells you what bwebali bagala okujjako obwakabaka bwa Bufalansa.
I hope he knows in that book that Museveni economy or Musevenomics or Museveni economics is the worst economics we have had in this country.
And in Kugambie, the Europeans, the colonialists created a company. They came with the two companies. The Imperial British Company that failed, and immediately it failed, they came here to colonize us. And followed up by the 1900 agreement, land reforms. And this is why ono mukwano gwange Mayanja kyavala banga asitana n'abantu. I told this Sally, in 1200 AD there was a black revolt in Britain.
So you had the time nga akusomesa n'omusomesa.
Hey, there was a black revolt in Britain. The land roads, when the Industrial Revolution came, the emerging of cities related to the cities. But they were a source of labor in the villages. So the landlords, to ensure that people don't migrate to the villages to lose their labor, the first time they catch you, bakujjako omukono. The second time omukono bakutema. The third time bakutta. So they were sending rules against the landlords. Nibakwata ejjambiya. Balandlord ne baddukira emmengo ne baddukira ku masengere.
Ebyo kati bibyo si bya Sali Musale
ebyo. Andi nkubulira nange mugambe. Namugambye.
Omugambe ejjambiya. Ojiwana jambiya nevuga
until there was a settlement between the tenants and the landlords that is missing here. You either nationalize, you pay people, or
you privatize.
Malima kugamba. If South Africa, the South African Constitution provides a willing buyer to willing seller, if there are no willing sellers, what do you do? That's Malima's argument. Mugabe, Bamugamba, bali negotiating, yabasaba a deal with Fanane Kenya after Mau Mau. West Germany and Britain contributed $500,000 pounds and compensated the departing Europeans. And the property was given to families, prominent families. Because the ordinary Kenyan had lost to these people. Baba wanga chipande papa kase. Kakati wanu mu Uganda bishajjawo. What was the agreement between after the Black Revolt? One, they agreed the landlords nga jokoli nabali bajjemu
tugende wasali musale.
What did they do? One, they decided on Sundays we don't work. That is the day for worshiping. Two, when one of us dies, we mourn. We don't come on your farms. Three, the landlords agreed to sell some of the land to those the Basenza who had money. As a result, these people migrated. The killing of them stopped. These people migrated to the cities. And I told this Saleh, vagabondiro. Vagabondiro is still exists in Kampala City Council. A law that was established in 1200 AD exists in City Council. Omuganda ganti bamukute vagalanda. Basoka muchita mutia.
Vagalanda.
It's a vagabondiro.
The
vagabondiro was introduced in the cities to prevent idleness. You had to have a job in the city to remain in the city.
If you don't have,
you vagabondiro.
Tukwata.
Oli
vagabondiro.
Sekanso kwe kukusanga. Seje sekanso na kujima nakanti osula wanti wazana. Oyinoro kumi olukunzayo tinene. But you don't enter in the city. After many people migrated to the cities, the landlords, we call it the fencing system in England. The landlords fence these big chunks of land and start rearing sheep by Jamuuru. This is what is missing here. By the time the 1,000 chiefs, including my grandfather, about Namuganza, Munana, Zabalemo Kuba. Two, they did not have machinery or developing the Madivanis. We would have grown up in the city. Singawa made a kanana, Bakateka development, Titwari Bademubiano. You wouldn't see this problem. But after failing to get, Baganda cannot work at other people. Umuganda takora wa Muganda munne. No. Kakati mu 58 abanyarwanda bajja wano tufuna cheap labor. But 58 jimalente okuva mu ndagano olwende myaka 5 mu emeka mu 8. Having failed to utilize that land properly, the matters
in the 50 years, 58 years,
they decided to rear people. Abasenze. Era mu Buganda mu kimutamanyi tuyina omwami wa Kabaka n'omwami w'ekyalo. Ekyo badde okimanyi?
Omwami wa Kabaka
n'omwami w'ekyalo.
Enjawulo eriwo.
Eri bweti. The landlord ye mwami w'ekyalo. Mukyusa mu kikyusa. Muwangala mu kiwangala. Mulumba mu kirumba. Be baami
b'ebyalo.
Jajjange ewaffe bayitayo kalagala. Jajjange transformed the bush into plantation. Nibaga nti omusenze mayiro asooka gikuba bwende ku nnyanja ng'ebibira tabiraba mu valyo nali badde musajja wa mwalo najja kuba ewaffe mayiro
wakyole weeyisanga beeyo wandisigadde ku mwalo
singa jajjange ate okumanya jajjange yali mujoozi
tewali awatuufu okubeera
neewaabwe ava kalagala bulemeezi era yetuumawo kalagala n'abaga nti mumanyi kati nkafudde kalagala tu yalina omusajja jajjaawe jajja wa muzaala ye buseerezi azaala kitaawe bisatu bonna yabatuuma ku kyalo. He named these people. Yabatuuma amanya gaabwe lwampaka n'atuuma bisatu ku kyalo kwali n'atuuma buseerezi yamusitulanga nga yenyweredde omwenge gwakubye omwenge gwe nga basitula mu situli.
So ne jjajja wa jjajja we yali mutamiivu.
That's why I'm arrogant. Very arrogant man.
Ngamba kiri ekyokunywa. Jjajja we yanywanga.
Ne Mirundi yali anywa. Anti Abaganda bakugamba laba zaaluma abigera omwoyo gutegeera baba zaaluma abigera omwoyo gutegeera omwenge gwonoona mwavu. Nze nakuba empaka ne bajja omumanyi yaleeta kwezira naire special 10 n'azisiba ntusibawo obukadde obwo nengutandika
ne bajjo
bajjo nga waali
ate ebyo byayagala
bajjo agenda okukebera mu kuleti ze baleese nga zonna nkalu. Nze nakwata ecupa eki nempita musoke n'agunywa gwonna. gwonna yagunywamu bajja agenda okukebera kureti zebapanze nga buli gye bakebera nkalu buli gye bakebera nkalu nga nze nywedde keegi musoke yajja n'agunywamu
ali luddawo oyo musoke
atambula nange
ogamba
musoke yajja n'agunywa
Mirundi wajja omwegere tubuzaabuza
tutambula n'ebyaffe n'ennyondo ogiraba ennyondo yakiwanuka omulalu yabaladdu ogantambula yena yabwerere
ensobi gye wakoze
ate ennyondo
ensobi gye wakoze wandibadde otambudde nange wasali musale kwalowooza ntogera na musajja muna ne mubulira ebituufu wamugambye bino
ennyondo eyo ogiraba golaba yanjaziza tagimanyi sale tamanyi
teyakwaziza tinotabimanyiyalabye gentleman teyategedde bino
birabo yange embeera nayo ntambula nayo ate ekirungi ky'ennyondo si fire arm
teri listed mu fire arm
ennyondo si fire arm illegal possession of fire arm kati ennyondo gikuba essasi gikwekinge tulabe ntwala mu kooti
this is a sticky arm erimu ekiti
ennyondo mbeera nayo
nayo oyina emmundu ekuuma
abo balala jjajja mayembe takumibwa jjajja mundu teri ayina mayembe ate abeera nemmundu taliyo tebakwatagana kakati you see that's what I'm explaining ti Museveni yakola dance ne bagiba in relation to the British who created the Imperial British Company and created the Uganda Company.
Mirundi, what I want to know the difference between Muyanga and Salim Musale. Muyanga, I lament. Kolachi. What are his solutions? Because I don't want him to I in a position.
Sarena Mugambi. But disciples of Kubanu Mauri to Jakubachizibu. But Namauri by Uganda were number to know it. They write about soccer. They debated soccer. Why? It's simple. He dribbled the ball, controlled the ball. Sent a pass, biva sogola. Bawandikako ku volleyball, ku tennis, bamuwandikako. Ku cricket bamuwandikako. They don't have the knowledge. Ekitegeza Salima Saha.
Munamawulire ogende wasale otuonoona nti bannamule ba Uganda
we must orient you.
Tukola birisimbo.
We must orient you.
Sebo kulika yo watu
bategere nedda. I'm going to recruit. We must orient them symposiums bichi. To change the mindset. Atenze nagenzo gende wasale. Nade nakatambi kange nade ngenda kamukubira. They were going to put my money on my account by Monday. Somebody told them, wait Monday. Yenga was ndi salanga ngenda kungamba bya mukozi. He never mentioned anything about mukozi.
Sure.
Yes.
Ate bino byovuma omuko.
Ane kubolira tiyebyo okette ku Yesu omusajja amaze okubolira Yesu yeggwanga is economy
so nawe yategere nti ekikusumbuwa economy yo yekusumbuwa
ate nenkubolira
musajja mu
Japan
economy
the moment the Americans rehabilitated Japan the Japanese don't have a hatred with the Americans
but first of all ekyakututeyo kyabadde kituconsult him
twaze mu gundi
kwaga watagalamu awo ngoli ku mumozi Salimu Sale
yakugana nali mu nsiko gwe n'ogana saaliyo twasose ne tunyuma ebyo mu nsiko byaffe
ngala yajukira nti wali
ate mwana wange n'omwana gwe nasanga ne Sale enamusaale namusanzeewo
gwe wamusanga mu nsiko
era irambuuza what was this story about ne mugamba don't you remember abasajja ba UNRA basendinga delegation mubayekera we are going to drop Obote give us a free passage tuyite mu Luweero bututuuka ebbombo mutuwegateko tusole gavumenti abasajja Paulo Mwanga ali mugezi nnyo batebayimirira bajja batopolinga gavumenti to negotiate with the rebels as a government Mwanga ali mugezi nnyo kakati bwe balonda military commission Sale was included. Commanders Sale baba itanga ba commanders tewaliyo senior commander ba junior commander senior advisor junior advisor ubungo bufira wa those are political jargons sibikiririza.
No, you were senior advisor. For example, if the two of us, Mirundi sokolabe, kyesagalo yomena kino, gwe nange bwe tuyingira mu government. Definitely go listen about you can't be equal to me.
Mwana civilian asobola okuyingira ne bamwatendinga ttu. Ne diguli mu kimutamanyi, diguli abantu be bagigaba. Yes. Abantu be bagaba diguli. Bayiro kati ayogeranga atasoma. Bagikujjeeko. Diguli bagitutte. Because there must be a basis, a supervising agency
to run. Now, and the rest of Uganda company, this government has Wazalendo.
Yakola danze.
Bajisula. Nemuleta chikati.
Kakati.
Amini yakola Wazalendo. Amini yakola UDC. Transform our economy.
Yes. Amini yakola UDC. Banubo. Nzenzija mu idea. Eyo time je muganda time
Museveni ayina UDB Uganda Development Bank tuyambira wa
misuse the British when they started the Uganda company
so what is the solution mwanyumiza ku solution
ni book critique the theory is overlooking corruption. Tell Museveni ayina good ideas. When I used to travel with
ensubije wakoze watu singa wantu tene mugamba nti abaana bagamba temulina kye mutugamba atugamba ki.
He has opened up a debate. Is Uganda problems, are they economic or political? This is judgment.
The problems are economic, yes, caused by the deficiencies, the political.
Business you talk about tomorrows. Did anybody run away from Sheba? So the debate
is intellectual, and that's why I want to handle the problem is economic, right?
Yes,
caused by political mismanagement. Where does the salary pass?
Why? They lack the history which he has.
Professor economics
we're going to look what? How the British managed this country for 70 years. When the blacks took power in Africa, they demolished everything colonial. A move to the west, a move to the east. Common humanity charter.
I wish you could bring Mwami Salim Saleya to Mugambe. You cannot look at Uganda's economy today in terms of the colonial past. Everything has changed. The population has changed. The structure has changed.
That's what you people feel.
Yes, it is capitalism mishandled that is killing our country.
Why do people have nostalgia? Nostalgia is the way peasants or ordinary people believe in the past. Yes,
the British economy.
Nostalgia kitegeeza nti bikiri waliwo omusajja mumuyita bazi
olaalidde mu byafaayo
yajja mu CA yali ajja mu CA naga njagala gavana kwinyaddemu atufuge akali bakabbabubi bakabira ntebe mu parakisi
Mirundi okanya nange etubuze sigitegedde nyenyeri naye sigitegedde nze gani tojingambye agamba ki what next
yaleese debate nakugamba let us change the mindset. We are concentrating much time. I think that's why he called me to share the.
We are speaking too much politics.
Memories.
That's true.
And he knows that I have a following that I can help. And he said, "Why don't we change the mindset from politics? At least to
which we can do, but before
that, is a fighter.
True.
Twagenda mu nsiko era mugundi mu story yange nabawandikira story nti Salimu Sale Lufu bamuyita Lufuula yeyina mobile brigade ekuba buli wantu wonna. Two, Salande Kigongo never they did not come from exile and they never left the bush for 5 years, which means they are here to stay.
Good.
Sale is here to stay.
Yes.
That's why he says.
So he has opened the debate.
The debate.
Which we want to do.
You are concentrating your time before chasing a wrong
before we start the debate,
the enemy is economy.
Very good.
Solve Uganda's problems. Muganda when I'm questions nas answering.
Ne Muganda woyo ye yatu operation with creation,
yes.
Ye yatu abonna bagagawali,
yes.
Yalemeddwa ku ntandikwa,
yes.
Ye wa youth livelihood,
yes.
Ye wa parish development model,
yes.
Ebyo byonna biremereddwa. How do you say the professors are wrong? Ng'ebyabwe the bush understanding
Let me give you an example. When a drunkard man who is going to Jinja enters a taxi to Jinja and wakes up at Namawojoro, he sleeps again. He's in the direction. But when he wakes up at Impiji, this way the trouble is. He's in the wrong direction. Okay, take it?
That's exactly where we are.
Yes.
Are we the drunkard man at
Namawojoro? To implement, we ask. Museveni's economic policies are bad, not bad, but they have not implemented it properly.
So who are supposed to implement?
A revolutionary education is the people. A revolutionary must ensure the health of the people. A revolutionary, in modern times, a state creates infrastructure to attract investors, which is a land bonanza.
True.
President, yagenda
and where mukozeko something where infrastructure awawoka
twagenda ne president e India ngagala okulaba tata yamugamba you a good man in Africa. Yes, in Abud. Because I respect you, kwadda abaana bangaba basisinkane. Tata's 2 children met Museveni. Nabaga, you help me to process coffee. And I've given you land. I create a monument for him if you implement this. Abana batata bwe bajja wano baba gambi takati bali bagala liliko eddondero lya government nga kuliko entezi. They were frustrated and went back.
Ani abagambi oyo kati yabagambi ekyali ludda why is still living?
Prime Minister wa Buyindi yali agala ku investinga mu phosphates ne bamukuba kampuni ne bajibba sente.
Wano mu Uganda.
Chubula batya muhozi. Bakubesese.
Andika tiganti ebyo.
Sasi.
Zali musala agenda bikolera ki?
Anti ekubulya.
Byonna baddewo ng'alaba.
He has brought to the debate, not a country. We are talking about America. When you talk about Japan, Japan eyina recorded history ya myaka 13.
By what you have told me,
so the country
is a good doctor at prescription,
no,
but without medicine.
The
medicine is not
debate it. Me what I wanted, and I'm now a disciple of Sale.
Yes.
Even my family has been troubled. Bagenti Sale and paid the $1 million. How can a person whom try get up to midnight in agenda yebaga? Kakati a person yampadde million ebikumi yali mpadde ko lidika. Bana ekyaba kubisa kyabadde kimu 20 billion.
20. Yazikuwadde.
Creation.
20 billion. Eyo yalema.
Yalema gwenze lijja kunne.
Nange namunonyamu ebyennyanja ne bigaana. Eyo I can challenge him operation wealth creation. OWC yasibisa ebidiba baleta byennyanja. Sali musalejeno.
Onategala mfune yadde 10 mu mpale.
That one does not work.
Onategala mfune yadde 10 mu mpale.
That one does not work. OWC does not work. I sampled it myself. Kati gwe mu OWC osobola kukola ki? 20 billion ogenda kukola ki? What are you going to do? Toli muli, you are not a farmer.
If I've been educating my children using obumyu, mataga bumyu gwenkozesa ate bompente.
What are you saying?
Look what are the ideas. To debate on the ideas. The process against the Wamuganda. Kakati akibaletedde maaso. Era mu mufu.
The debate.
Kakati nkubule ne.
Mirundi, you know I am resisting you.
Yes.
Wano tubadde ne mukama wange.
Agwo yagala nkutwale kati kireke nja kutwala.
Sokolinde. Waliwo yatugamba wano the economics that works. China ye mwami gobira Ramadhan. Bukyagobya jo economics that works. The economy is bleeding. That's why I don't want people who talk. I want people who do.
When I read some divinity, batubuuza who is the most credible disciple of Jesus?
Most credible? Yali Paul, who became Saul.
No,
Saul who became
Thomas.
Paul. Thomas?
Why?
The one who doubted?
Yes. What did Jesus move him?
Because when he doubted, he provoked Jesus to prove. And Jesus,
yes. Luke, of all of the disciples of Jesus, there was only one educated man. Luke was a medical doctor. He told Jesus, don't come near baby gang. Jesus n'abawonya to prove to him tesugwondagira. Luke told him, don't come near those big people. You will catch them. But he proved him otherwise.
That I'm superior than the medicine you studied.
Thomas is the most important one. Why? We wouldn't be believing that it was Jesus. Let it be what to be. Yes. Kubaga abemengo bagala federo nimbaga nti omwana gwe babba mu katanda mu nkaaga bwe bamukolezera mu kinana mu mukaaga tuyitaga tumuteeka mu katanda ko bakyajamu obusooka abo babyamu. No, is your baby but has transformed. The federal of 66 cannot come back. That was my argument. Omusajja omulala gwempe ekitiibwa Yuda Iskarioti. Yes.
Oli mukristaayo kiggwa.
Nkubuulira. If Yuda Iscariot did not say Jesus yali for the mission yali zemi.
Chicho oliko Mirundi.
Kati kyenkubuuza omukazi ne bamuweddagala nti mujja walifa azaala. Oba omwana oyo omuwala alifa azaala. Kati amufunyisiza olubuto abatakoze kye wamulagira. If Jesus the way Jesus yagenda n'asoma emirundi egi n'akomawo temunsabiddeeko endeku eno singa Katonda wange oginzijako. He didn't want to go. If it was not Judas Iscariot, Jesus wanted to overstay and he would spoil the mission. So I praise Judas Iscariot.
Yayamba
Yesu ogenda.
Mirundi kale wasali musale katuveeyo katulinde so mukama wafe anti ogenda agenda bitwalira mukulu we. Kati katulinde mukulu we
yafayo n'amugolola. Kati aziri recruited me. Much of the time we spend on politicking because nze mbagamba nagambye sale nti we have embarked on a self-destruction mission in this country. We are operating like a malicious footballer. I raised the question which I raised to Saleh. If the UN wants 10 prominent Ugandans,
true.
Yes, that's why personally I support Muhoozi. I support Muhoozi. One, in politics, if you want to support somebody, must be a selfish reason. That's one. Mbawuliranga bagamba.
Todongo yabalabudde ebyamuhoozi mu biveeko
todongo musinzo obwongo todongo tandakira
2026 ebyo byoyogera yabigamba.
If I was an NRM man nga nina kadi yabwe nalikubye tadongo is completely useless. Tadongo tamanyi kyakola. One, for me I support Muhoozi for a different reason, for a selfish reason. Mbalaba ku byuma byange. Without Muhoozi and Museveni and Saleh, this man would have been in a prison.
So who do you support? You were here last week in Ogamba. Given what you see, you will support Salim Saleh as a compromise candidate.
Yes, to arbitrate.
Today you are saying
era bagambi akatambi kama jozi Muhoozi yagenze wa Salim Saleh namuhorotinga feholode namuhumiliatinga I didn't see it from Salim Saleh. I also waited from 9 to 7.
9 to what? 9 to
7.
Kumacha? Paka chiro. Where do you get the patience? Will you go over you?
Kusale mbera patient. Nade njagala kumulaba mu kimulimu. Ayagala kungamba. No kamukubira akatambi kawe.
Ogera amazima Mirundi gatuli wano. Temwayogedde ku bya Muhoozi Saleh.
Tini. It was somebody has already told you. Muhoozi muwagira. One, my survival. bano singa banzita dda abajozi. Ekyokubiri, I did international relations. Ensi efugibwa ku bipolar, si ku unipolar. If Russia was the dominant factor, ibukuleinishinga ekijjawo dda. Ensi mu international relations tugifugira ku unipolar. Government masa singa mukozi taliwo ono atunie ku mitwe singa atuniako ku macha. Kyolibadde bakubadda nosiba sente zange buli omu nanojoga nonie ku mutwe nonyolako.
Kati okabira 5 billion. Bagambye okole proposal bakwe 20 billion.
Ate zino za kino. Ziri Museveni ziyamba bayino ziri. Ziri compensating for Museveni. Is it compensating? No, you know kuleta sente zange ziyatwa.
Bakusubiza 20.
Yes. You know kuleta sema kakati nkubuulira. Ate ekyokusa tukamba buulira. Without, if you humiliate Muhoozi, the way you have humiliated others like me, you don't. Abana kutegeera nti kitabu abadde w'amaanyi ng'afudde. Bakukyalo ne babattirawo abakuba batta.
Nekambuze eyo project ya Muhoozi erimu ssente
Muhoozi
ng'ebuugiza mwenna buli agirimu
ate nze Muhoozi tamanyi. I never talk to him. I'm telling you.
So how do you support somebody?
Era neewuunya.
What type of madness is this?
Ono omusajja bamuyitaani bamutya nnyo mbadde naye nze ate bwe mulaba nga simple guy. Ani?
Atali Muhoozi.
Omwogezi we simanyi assistant we. Bamuyitaani.
Balam.
Balam is useless. Those are useless people.
But those are the key consultants of Muhoozi. Those are the
not associate with the Balam.
Bebakulu abo bali wa Muhoozi.
Wani.
Kati ogera kola yo. Bebaliyo bebakulu. Tosobola kutuuka ku Muhoozi nga toyise mu Balam.
The allegations.
You cannot see Muhoozi.
In fact, if I knew Muhoozi, the allegations nti babba sente ebweru. Nti babba mulamu wange ekyapa ku Museveni.
Kati weyagala okulaba Muhoozi laba Balam. Without Balam?
No. Balam is completely useless. Bali bataddewo ekintu Muhoozi army Museveni akiwere. The man is called Kamugira. With the Kamugira. When I look, I worked in State House with Kamugira. I thought Kamugira was a simple guy.
Very tough.
But the way they are parading
him is tough.
Kamugira. When even mentioning Kamugira, he panics. Nabala banga batudde mu meeting basatu abakoko.
Never joke with an empowered man. The Kamugira you knew in State House is not the one we have now. This one is empowered.
Kakati nkubuulira. If you humiliate Muhoozi, the way you are humiliating us, you are going to get to see.
Never do any project you are going to say weka. You have remained alone the most project.
Educated him.
NRM is saying
without Muhoozi.
If you don't
tell me those issues. Don't tell me anything.
Stand by generator. You stand by generator.
Those are idiots. Don't take him by so much. If you humiliate Muhoozi, you are going to get a sergeant and the jury rolling is. It's low said. What do you have?
Mirundi.
You forgot it, and I can explain to you. Can be patient. All Ugandan's problems, you are sensible, and you are not Tadonga and his group and the Tango Doi. Tango Doi was teaching me, be a flat. Be a flat.
He taught me history.
Be a flat history.
He taught me history.
If Tadongo knew history, look at the problems of Uganda. All of the problems of Uganda originate from the ruling party. It enters the parliament, and the army comes up and clears the mess.
Say that again?
Yes.
That's our history.
It is our history.
It starts, let's go back. It starts from where?
All our problems since independence originate from the ruling party. Enter parliament, and the army comes and clears up the mess. You for Betty, who had nothing in the military, use the military in 66 to flash out Mutesa and entrench the king. What about the man who is attributed to tanker regiment, special forces, the commando unit? ajja kudduka ne mwaki oli tojja kutuuka bajja kukwatira wano ekimuyambe tewalina amumanyi. Mutesa said I escaped because people didn't know me.
Now look at me. If you Mirundi awagira mutabani wa Museveni Odisagane Todongo awagira Museveni yennyini then abaana ba Nuhu batuufu temulina kyemutugamba nozikiziganyiza nabo.
Let me tell you.
Teboli kipya.
Ati kankubuulire Tadongo is an idiot.
Tebulina kyemutugamba.
Let me tell you.
Because bombi be muwonja
ba. Let me tell you. Why Museveni? In fact,
njagala kukanya namwe. Bano tebalina kye batugamba.
Tadongo talina magezi. Ne Tadongo tebalina magezi. This man has not even completed half of his term. If the Tadongos, yes, what's this? Urubalo. What's this Urubalo? He's an idiot. But he's an idiot. Why? I will ask. Why would one insist if you have been living with your wife for 20 years or 30 years and you see her insisting that you should marry her and better? She has detected the danger you are about to die. That's what the Tadongos don't understand. Or Museveni is not willing to come back. Let us pressurize him. Most of these people who are talking about Museveni, if Museveni says he's not coming back, they will go to any other person. These are idiots, opportunists. If you want Museveni to come back, how have you popularized him, Tadongo? Tell us, if Tadongo is a serious man who wants Museveni to come back, how has the party popularized him? Babi, Basuma, Nabasuma. These are Basuma people. These are people who have committed crimes.
Anita yagambye ekyo kyaggwa.
Tumbulira nit.
GND.
Buli bantu 10 ofuna $10.
Byetubwe wetambula wetutyo. Ono Mirundi nga bwe mutera kusomesa busomesa. Actually Mirundi tinkasimire Barnabas yali wano. Naga nti generator yo mulimu na munana. That man was saved
by who? By such kubo. Had stolen the timber. Allegedly.
What you say? Stand by generator. Mulimu munanansi. Tesobola kutandika. Tuli ku main.
Criminals.
But
you will get a sergeant door.
Let me ask this. Mirundi.
Don't you feel ashamed, Tadongo, that the whole of Uganda was swept by the opposition? Where did you put that money? You will be court-martialed. And they will never get access to that money. They are seeing it there, a windfall, but they move a bay, assume. You have nothing to show. To me, now you like an envelope. Tadongo, now you like an envelope. I wish I had your card, I would just throw it there to the headquarters.
We can't give it to you because you don't qualify.
No, I cannot be. The only card I have belongs to the Democratic Party, 1980.
You still have it?
Yes. Because I'm a political scientist, I know.
I didn't know that you still have that card.
What did you use? You would be the last one. Tango do yejaka abemupi send. Tango Day has a big file on Makerere. These are people who are making noise. Should we listen to those who are making noise? Have you agreed with God to extend Museveni's life? You are idiots. A party would say, ours is a democratic party organization. Anybody with the qualification, how can you chase away a Muganda, not a Muganda, who was never educated at the level of Tadongo? Tells you how can the party be discriminative? Are you going to kill Museveni?
Sanity in the country.
These are idiots.
Sanity in the country. Because
no, if you are correct, I challenge it at home. Organize a first election for Museveni. Then you are talking. If you say, don't make a pronouncement. If Museveni's leadership is threatened, what do they do in Britain? A snap election to give the leader more support. That's why in Britain they are avoiding a snap election. They are changing leaders after leaders. Tadongo to your summer. Where did you go to school, Tadongo? Some of these were bookwormers.
So you are going to support Muhoozi by demeaning other people?
Mukubuulidde Abaganda bakuga nti ali mwolekeze embazi ndiga yangaye. Yes. We cannot kill people.
Nate ekino kisigaddemu wekka n'abakivudde
ejjinja lye baalekawo mu Bayibuli ejjinja lye baalekawo
main yekola tova ku main
asigana bazukola these are idiots. The people who messed up the party, the whole of Uganda was swept away when your eyes were wide open and you are now talking consolidatively. You are idiots. You have killed the party. You are pretenders. You are hypocrites. If you want Museveni, how have you done it to popularize Museveni? Everywhere they go in a by-election, there is no government that loses a by-election. In political science, they tell us. During a by-election, all the devils of government converge in one place. And they have the date of election. Everywhere they go in a by-election, Kayunga, where? They rape, tear gas everywhere. And you tell, I'm a secretary general. Which party are you talking about? A dead party. A party that is dying under your lap. Tadongo. They expect Museveni to give them money.
But you don't belong to an
Yes, it is a ruling party. If it's in essence of things, I've told you. Let me give you the Tadongo, let me explain them. We started.
Can you first calm down? Because you are too angry.
This is my country.
Yes,
and this is my character.
You are too angry.
Let me tell you.
Too angry.
Yes.
But you know that Muhoozi,
when people abuse a person who has been fighting in the jungles of Congo,
Muhoozi needs you
should a person who has been fighting in the war. When you hear bullets, if two bullets are fired at the headquarters, Tadongo enters the toilet and you humiliate a man. Do you think you love Museveni more than his biological son? These are idiots.
Can you imagine?
Idiots. They must be told in their faces. Whether you remove the program, remove it. But they must be told. What is mafia politics. Dated when Kwaba Bubaka Mariba. Katika nkusomere the idiots, the near do the hypocrites, those who are jumping on Museveni. If you are a rebel MP, nobody Tinka Simiri is a rebel MP rebelling against what? Do you have the brain Tinka Simiri? You are called the rebel MPs. You are rebelling against Museveni. I say man who say the money is over. The money is, and I saw him on my machine. How can you not succeed? But what about the killer and the murderer? Muhoozi not committed grisly murders. To yalo okusirika nti muntu mulamu bakubete bamaleko wano
kyonyambye okutegeera nti abamuhoozi mutya Museveni okutabuka okukona kuga nti Museveni yakoma
no
mutabuse
nyamwe the rules in anything but I don't want people to told you and you have agreed.
But you know that you are arguing between a father and a son.
You have agreed with me. That's their problem.
A father and a son. It's a family
matter. None of my son can rebel against me. I shoot him. These idiots are creating an impression that Museveni is in danger. If you have a strong team, kasola ba team atandi coach abala eno bwe yita mone tukwate, then you don't have a team. Ekyo tudongo tekimanyi mutwebu nakana kalwe bamba. Bwagala kuliya sente, bwagala kulaba bintu.
Ogambi onsomera bya Tinka Simiri.
Nze. Takusomera Tinka Simiri.
So mugenda kwaliza abantu bawagira lwampaka.
No. Me, I don't mind because he's young. I first heard about this man, Tadong, when he was advisor in Northern Uganda. He failed. There's nothing tangible there. The people of Amuru had to fight the police on their own. Which record did you have?
Soma one. Katusome tuve wano.
Beta gokubira ddala abasajja. Bagala kulya sente ku Museveni. Museveni does not. A beautiful woman does not need cosmetics. Museveni record speaks for itself. We don't need the idiots to claim to provide the center because you're the idiots. You're in the back of the time. Tell me what number you know about Tadonga. Bali Duka. Bajakuduka. No. But Tadonga Bajakuduka. Tukumavanga Duka walkers over Nabu Gueo. nakugamba nti ngampandika ku parliament 2012 nakugamba ntya
how is police supply mafia police supply in parliament
nakugamba nti ba mafia sibe basose kati kugamba
kale sale yatuto obudde bwenga akunyonyola ebyenfuna mbove ku politics naira politics wajotabuka last time we wasted
I don't want we embarking in killing our people nti UN ne bwetugamba olwaleero why do you have only one byanyima in UN activities what about other countries yo wazimu basende mubamala an idiot who sits at the secretaries will nothing what is attributed to Tadongo who abuses oyo
he has stabilized the NRM party, revitalized the party.
Tayina mulimu NRM tayina jeri.
Ewangudde by election.
Tear gas barepinga barepinzi. They are raping. Mama lokuba sente ne bakuba tear gas. You should write look envelopes. Don't challenge us. Don't provoke us into battle. Nkugamba. I was amazed when the state house officials handed over a list of all diseases to the President Parliamentary Committee headed by Tikansi Mbele, whose bias against the President is obvious, even to a baby. The committee recommended the sacking of all diseases because they knew that it would undermine the President. Baba kuba basaka banja. Baba kuba Tinkasi. Not you mutubwe Tikansi bagenda n'okubam mukanyakana gwe. Ngomusaku tumi kuruno bajja kwasa omutwe. Tinkasubire bagenda mutuyita galawo ansitema sundeyo ayini basharinga constituency nani ye Kasajja ye Mbuzize nalisi mayinti waliwo omuntu amanyi olubuzi Kasajja amanyi olubuzi Kasajja was yatia the only people can vote Kasajja Matia Kasajja is God Kasajja speaks the God's language. I went in those areas Tinkasubire bamuwa mabati government yakamuwa nakakabira abantu. That's why he's there making a noise. He's unpopular. Have you ever tested your vote? We want stability in this country. Museveni does not need cosmetics, does not need shouts from illiteracy, ignorant people, the thieves, the economy, the criminals. Mureke Museveni yekoleka. Mwali yomo sekogwe. Todongo ali yomo sekogwa atijeje mbera. Get over people. He must use him.
I'm reading.
More popular than the Tadeo even in our choice.
In my opinion, Parliament cannot vary one's academic qualifications. This is the role of courts because parliamentarians themselves have had this academic problem and have always been referred to the courts. In order to undermine the president, the committee ordered the scrapping of state house scholarships because these scholarships were given to the president political mind. I am reading. Can you listen? Can you listen to me? Interestingly,
beautiful. You give way. Does Museveni need shouting, slogans, passing resolutions? Why do you undermine Museveni Tadongo? So, kakati kugamba.
So, Boganti Namuganza, 176 signatures are ready to censor her.
The number is not
and
important.
The
number is not important. What is important is the cause. Parliament has embarked on a self-destruction mission. I've told you. In 62, Obote Fiedi Kakonge. Namugoba, nateka kukuresi bingira. Yagende mbali na Bobululu. We nati featured prominently. Yatwala abasoka batali delegates. Nakuganti nati ope. Yaganti Obote mwanawe. Obo. Namuzala mwacholi sagala kudde kuwulira nga bobere ebusoga oteekako akapande ka Nadiope noteekako n'erinnya lyo olwo akalulu okamaze era nakugaa nti Nadiope Obote yali tamuwadde bye yali agenda okubeera president namautu smart Obote yakwata Nadiope mu parliament. Where is my job muna? Yali akuba Nadiope yali akuba Obote mu parliament. Don't kill me comrade. You are now vice president. There and there. Tichari mu constitution.
Yali byampa kabisa. Nadiope yali busada mu mwati.
Nadiope. Singali Muganda yali kabye bukabi. Hati okujja kufa Abaganda abali radicalized. Some people don't think that I'm in Muganda, but I'm a radicalized Muganda. Yamugema mu parliament. Two things happened in the parliament. Nechoni did not approve Mutesa's name. He said that man is a playboy. Nechoni in parliament. I cannot vote a playboy. But you better had other motives. How could Nechoni abuse Mutesa in the parliament when they are electing him? Ubeti tactically brought one name, Mutesa. But Nechoni, his brother, stood up. Go to Timusoma, Salicha Basingira. Nena Gambi Salibu innocent to name him. You cannot make a research. I'm making a research because I have some money. But I'm be a Miaka Bidwin and never named them. Bakuruas.
To parliament.
Yes. The Arabia said to be to chase away my would be about the financing and what you say to be Jacola. Kagati Kako Obota take a cani.
I take a co Ibingira.
UPC decided under the agreement Kabaka Yekau had to have a monopoly of Uganda. And when Kabaka Yekau was killing the DPs, the UPC supported. But in 1964, the UPC decided to open up branches in Uganda. How did Kabaka Yekari Yake? Bakuba Masomero. But the father of Sheikh Kamaleke Rutari was killed. Bamokera munyumba. You Kabaka Yeka subjected to atrocities to the UPCs or Mwangata UPC Buganda. Are we going to be nominated people because Mwanga surrendered his nominated seat to Kakonge? The first Uganda to go into exile was Kakonge. As Uganda was celebrating independence, Kakonge fled to Tanzania. And Nyerere told him to come back. Mwanga offered his nominated seat to Kakonge. This is how Nyerere appreciated Mwanga. Temushima, you don't make a research. Kagati,
so,
UPC, again in parliament, it take a work at Chikungaka Namuganza to investigate the atrocities of Kabaka Yeka's UPCs. The intention was to ban Kabaka Yeka's party. When it came to parliament, it was diverted and targeted Oboti. This is one, the Kabaka Yeka MPs close to UPC to boost anti-Oboti forces. Amasazaga against the Chamakako, Katumulageko. Kakati Bureshi Bingira, I was acting prime minister. Oboti fled to northern Uganda, Namale Nakumwenda, Ezabaganda Sebarogeram. When Sabani Oporoti, the army commander, was sent to send a letter to Oboti, Ramasisi Gatulika, Ngaka going to Kutrika and Gamavia, Bemujeo, Tradung, Sergeant to the Bamasas.
Chogamba Namuganza.
Anti Namuganza, Yiswerium. Nti, Oboti Ejitese Charichize, Okutwala, Okubaninga Kabaka Yeka. The anti-forces in UPC collaborated with the Mutesa and the Kabaka Yeka people to boost numbers by Jacobot. Diabia Masanga Naji. Oboti fled to northern Uganda. Bebamutwalira, Gund, Sabani Oporoti. Yamutwalira Barue Muita Komeu Kampala, Emberenge Zigwa to congratulate to Don Kovaduka, or the one about Sente Waduka
Toliko Namuganza, Katumalize, Namuganza,
Yasanga Oboti and Mukazuba Navida Muruja, Bateme Chikumi Were. Oboti and his wife Miria fled in different directions. At this Tewali wo for Baba Alabagana Bachoruva Numa. Nobody Chibamukola Chibakola, Bobo Kabaka. When you provoke somebody hits your heart, he will hit your heart, the one you are tormenting. But in a true, you know, so, motion ya Namuganza, Ujetegereza, this government is already divided. You have different contradictions. You have a lot of contradictions. Look what an incident where the police was attacked in again the Butambala, Echabadasa. If you get an intelligent man like me, I would put the police force inside. People identified, spotted foreigners in the area. You would call them foreigners, and people with they did not know. They subjected them to a lynching. Let us ask, what's the distance between the police and where the incident happened? And why did the police respond unusually quickly to rescue these people? If you are an intelligent OC, people who have survived a mob, can you put them in the prison in your station? What if they mount an attack? They would have been transferred to impeach. Yuli mbwa. Kakati bwabateekaawo another thing that they don't obusajja bwabukedde. Let us ask, if these people are in custody, and you see the people who came to rescue them went it where they had been lynched and provoked the people. Abasajja be bankubidde wano babatuttewa. Omusajja ne babagamba ne baba supporting nti nga mwogeranga bo ne babattirawo. Why? These people knew that these people would know them, would describe them. That's why they were eliminated, taken to a police station. Agreed. Kakati police station tubuuze. If you have the survivors, the inmates, babagulidde bafulumye baliwa. Abasibe abatolose baliwa musajja gwe n'entweyo nabano obusajja bw'amawulire obusiru. Where are the inmates? Kitegeeza abasibe bano tebabadde mu kkomera. Oyinza n'okubuuza abasibe abasurviviors ekkomera balyokeza emirambo gy'abasibe giriwo. Where are the dead bodies? If the prison was banned, after rescuing their people, they burnt the prison. Where are the dead bodies? Mubigambe basirusiru. 3 ne bakugamba nti baleseewo enyanga yagamba mbu baleseewo magazine nabano baleseewo esimu muzireete. Miso has the capacity to retrieve audio byebayogedde 7 days before. I can do it.
Kale obadde ku baba TV utelevya Namuganza yagala kintu kimu. Namuganza wants to drag a parliament to court, and you cannot avoid this because the president is there. When Kataga gave this money to MPs, he went to court, and the judge ordered, which means the parliament is under court. Can court do otherwise? The future speaker touch mine. They are subjecting. The yes have it. Have you forgotten that the parliament is under the parliament? Parliament is under courts. Did we create a monster that cannot be tamed? This woman Namuganza is dragging this parliament to court for the constitutional court. Whatever it is, to be what powers that the parliament have over